What if I told you that you're doing Toon shaders wrong? Welcome, I'm Pojo, and this is Quick Notes. So we all know how to do Toon shaders at this point. You grab a diffuse BSDF, then a shaded to RGB, and then you add a color ramp in front of it. Wrong. What you want to do is grab a diffuse BSDF, shaded to RGB, and then make two math nodes. One of them set to less than, and one of them set to greater than. The less than is going to be your shadow mask. The greater than is going to be your highlight mask. Now you grab a mix color node, and you set it to multiply, and you plug in the less than into the factor. Into the A input, that's where we're going to put in our base texture. The B input, that's going to be your shadow colors. Now on the less than, you can change the threshold of your shadows, which is pretty cool. After that, we're going to duplicate the mix color node, and instead of multiply, we're going to set it to add, and that's going to be our highlights. Now we plug in the greater than into the factor for that one, increase the threshold a little bit, and we're going to change the color into something brighter. Now we have highlights. Usually in Toon shaders, you kind of want the highlights to only be like rim light-ish. So what we're going to do is grab our layer weight node, and we're going to duplicate this math node from the greater than and set it to multiply. We're going to put it right behind the greater than, and we're going to connect the Fresnel output from the layer weight into the multiply, and maybe we mess around with the blend a little bit and the threshold on it, and now we have highlights that only appear on the edges of your model, which is pretty cool. Now it's still not like mixing together super nicely, so maybe what we want to do is add another mix color node, this time set to color instead of multiply right here, and we want to put that in between the base color and everything else. So we're going to plop that in there. We want to turn the factor pretty down, and this way we have basically a tint color, which helps us really make these colors all come together. And that's how you build a proper Toon shader. So now I can just drag the base color out of it. You can select everything, make a group, add inputs for the base texture, the tint color, the tint factor, the shadow threshold, the shadow color, the highlight threshold, the highlight color, and then you can just change these around. Just have a reusable node group for your Toon shader that you can apply to anything, and I hope you guys make some cool stuff with it. See ya!